Hey, John here, DVWhat in the forums, and welcome to episode 10 of Meet the Sportsracers, an opportunity to get to know the folks who populate the forums over at zayfrank.com just a little bit better. This episode is the second of a two-part interview with Pseudos, and in this segment, Pseudos answers the remaining sports racer questions, discusses identities online versus in real life, tells us a little bit about where he lives, and philosophizes on world peace. This episode also completes the first round of interviews for this project, but don't worry, there's plenty more on the way. I'll explain a little bit about the interview structuring for this project in an upcoming segment. If you missed part one of this interview, you can see it by clicking right here. And if you missed any of the previous episodes of this series, you can check out this YouTube playlist going all the way back to episode 1 and playing back in sequential order. Now, if you're viewing on a mobile device or with a YouTube viewer that doesn't support embedded links, you can find the link in the video description along with any relevant information about this project. So read up, jump on board, and hopefully we'll see you around in the forums. Okay, episode 10. Let's go.
Well, okay, let's move on to the next question if you're ready. This one comes from Miami. You have had great ideas incorporating your finishing stamp into off-board or in real-life opportunities, such as the longboard or your business cards and things. Are there other ways in which a show has combined with or inspired something in your own personal life?
Cool. That's a really hard question. I was like really happy with the Henko stand because I was in search of my own logo for like my personality or something.
Right.
So it was a really good project to get my personality transformed into an image, which also started as something, like universal, like the naked cube, but I made a twist into it to get it more for me. But yeah, like I don't really have other projects that get me inspired like instantly, but there will sure be like more of them, like the RTFED diary.
Right, yeah.
I think that will make another impact as well.
Do you let things bounce around in your head first for a little while before you decide what to do? You let ideas just kind of grow first?
Usually when I'm doing architecture and design work, I just try to get as much information as possible, like a sponge. I get information in, and then automatically my brain starts to make connections. And that way I just, try to transform it into something useful and, workable.
It's an organic process.
Exactly.
Just let things go and then express, much like with your Henko stamp, trying to find out in what way it can be an expression of who you are.
Exactly. Yeah.
This next question comes from Sassy Pants, and she asks, can you share some of your favorite things about where you live?
Well, I live in Rotterdam. It's a city in the Netherlands, of course.
Yes.
And, that Rotterdam was bombed during the World War II?
Yeah.
So there's like an entire area that was bombed and they had to start over. So you'll see some sort of line where the old buildings meet new buildings. So we have like a completely new center, like a new city within a city. So that's like really funny to see. And through time, a lot of great architecture has come to this place, so I really love it. We've got like this bridge, the Erasmus Bridge. It's like one of the latest additions to Rotterdam.
Yeah.
And before that, we had another bridge, Algerabrug, we call it. And Rotterdam doesn't really have like one city center. Because of the bombing, everything got distributed.
Yep. Right, distributed.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's kind of like the fun of Rotterdam. You have like multiple city centers. You can go from one place to another and still feel like you're in the city center. So
right.
That's the basic characteristics of Rotterdam.
For you viewers, I highly recommend checking out Pseudos' YouTube channel, you do get to see some of the areas that he's talking about, especially the Monday video. There was some great architecture. What was that building in the background that was being shown?
That was a museum.
Okay, it's very nice.
Boymans, yeah. It's really a nice museum. And did you also see the boat? Like the
I
big
did.
ship?
That was awesome. Yeah, you guys are right by the water there, huh?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
It's like Rotterdam is like a harbor, so everywhere there's water.
I'd been to Amsterdam. About how far away is that from you?
Ooh, if you take the train, it's like little less than an hour.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's about as far up as I'd gotten. So I'd never been to Rotterdam, but at some point, and that was almost 20 years ago. But at some point, I'd like to do some traveling again, and I'd love to see more of that part of the world. So.
Well, you're welcome. I can show you around.
You live in a wonderful place, so I would like that very much.
Yeah, sure.
Final question, if you're ready for it. This comes from Odd Job, and he asks, what drives you to connect with people online, and how are your connections with people in the tactile world different or the same?
Cool. That's also a hard question to think about. But yeah. Well, as I said, I'm a thinker, so I like to get new ideas from people. And I think the internet is a great way to do that on, forums, boards, everything. So it's really nice to only get the thoughts of people instead of the person itself. So you're not confused by how they look or what they do or whatever. And so you really get a rough idea of what they're saying. So that's like getting you on to think about your own ideas.
That's an awesome answer. You're not distracted by the things that the real world would present to you. You're just getting the raw ideas by what's being shared through basically through words, through text.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a great answer. How does that differ from your experiences with connecting to other people in the real world? I know that you have an active social life. You're out and about doing things and meeting people. Tell me about that.
Well, of course, I do like sports and stuff and getting out there as much as possible. But when I interacted with people in real life, I feel like more like in a danger zone, if I might say it like that.
Okay.
You feel like you have to show who you are, like instantly. Like the first impression is most important, and I think it's hard to somehow compete with that. Like getting your brain.
Right.
And all your thoughts and transform it into interaction with other people. But usually I do very well.
Okay.
I just, I'm easygoing.
Easygoing. Right on.
Yeah.
You're a very insightful individual. So great answers. This is a lot of fun.
Some things help.
What is that?
This is Desperados.
Oh. You are. We have about a 9-hour time difference there. So is that an alcoholic drink?
Yeah.
Yeah. You see, and right now I'm just drinking my coffee. So we're kind of on different planes there. But hey, that looks really tasty. I just can't drink it just yet. I think in a previous interview that I had with Sassy Pants, we were talking about alcohol, and I'm very limited in what I can drink, but I still love to. So.
Yeah, we call it like creative juice.
Creative juice. Oh, it kind of gets the ideas flowing. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And sometimes after it wears off, you look at the ideas and say, "Wow, I wonder how that happened."
Well, yeah.
Anything else you'd like to add or share, or a bit of wisdom that you kind of want to offer?
Like 5 years ago, I started to write a book, or at least wrote a few thoughts.
Yeah.
Because I want to do a book on peace, like how to get peace into this world.
Okay.
And my main thought was like, peace is something you have to agree on. It's not something universal. It's not one thing. It's something you have to agree. You have to take something and give something, and that's how you form peace. So I would like to know how other people think about that.
You know, sometimes when I think of peace, I automatically think of the contrast and the use of language. At least here in America, the idea that we refer to peacekeepers as those who are aggressively trying to enforce peace on others through warfare. And you're right. You have to agree upon it, not not impose it on someone, right?
Exactly, yeah. And I think Zay Frank and the whole sports racer community is like a form of peace. We are just interacting, being creative, and just getting things out in the open. And I think that is the definition of peace.
I love it. Well, just do it. Just
Yeah, totally.
keep those thoughts active. Yeah, you say you kind of put some thoughts in there. Let it grow. Let it organically grow and become the book that you envision. And definitely, I'll hold some positive thoughts for you that at one point or at some point you'll be able to move forward with making your book, your contribution to peace in the world. I look forward to reading that.
Me too. But it will take a while.
What about other areas that you're involved with online? Are there other places that we can find you in terms of other social media areas, Twitter, Facebook? Where can we find you?
Well, basically, I'm most active on Facebook.
Okay.
Because I just like to share stuff and videos, of course.
We'll go ahead and put those links into the video description, and
Sure.
people will be able to find you as well as finding you very active in the forums over at zayfrank.com. And we'll definitely look forward to seeing more of what you're offering there and what you're involved with, and continuing to get to know you better. So, very nice.
Will do.
Pseudos, thank you so much for being with us today and getting to share a little bit more about who you are. And it was a lot of fun, so thank you.
I had a lot of fun too. Thank you as well.
And I will look forward to seeing you later.
See you too. Cheers.